Hey you guys, it is crazy hot today. No, I didn't just take a shower, but it feels like I just did. It is like, what is it? Today's high was like 85 here, but in the tower it's about 10 degrees higher, so that's 95. And I'm always moving around here, so that's close to 100 that I've been feeling. But I am keeping hydrated. But one of the things I actually want to talk about, something that happened today. I made a video yesterday about the idea of friends. And keep in mind, I know almost nobody watches this video. So when I say you guys, I know that the numbers are few, if any, on the day that I post. But I know this friend didn't watch this video. But today, this friend of mine, he was invited to go somewhere, and he let me know, and I was like, and before that, I was kind of thinking to myself throughout the night and the morning. I was like, it doesn't matter how people treat me. It matters how I treat other people and if I am okay with that. And even though this friend of mine, the way he behaved yesterday with the whole, how, like, how do I say this? With the food options in the refrigerator. I was pretty mad about that, but I was like, you know what? It's not how other people treat you, it's how you treat other people. So I thought to myself, I should go to this friend of mine and talk to him and be like, okay, this was bugging me, and this is what I'm going to do about it. But whenever he messaged me about him going out with some friends, well, a friend, I figured that would be a good time to kind of open up and be like, okay, well, yesterday you did something that pissed me off. This is what happened. This is why it pissed me off. But I kind of sent it like, but we'll talk about that later. Go out, have fun. Not even a problem, buddy. Um, we'll talk later. Um, Next thing I know, within a couple, like, I can't say a couple minutes, before he left, he came up here to the tower and was like, "Hey, I noticed the way that that you took what I said the other day, and I kind of want to explain myself." And we talked for a little bit. Um, it had to do with a little bit of him misreading my mental health signals, and he actually apologized if how the way he was talking pissed me off. And I realized, okay, with the mental health, if he was kind of referring, if he was trying to deal with the situation, and if I was going through what he thought I was, the way he reacted, kind of like the way that he said it, would have been the more or less, I wouldn't say appropriate, but it would have been a lot more understandable if that was the case. It wasn't, but I understand where he was coming from. I have learned the idea of compassion. That's something that I got at least from my ex-wife. The idea of compassion and understanding. The fact that he came, and let me tell you, coming to the tower is not an easy thing. It's hot here. Getting up here is harder because I at least have fans and some kind of cooling system up here. On the way up here, there's nothing. So if you guys ever played Metal Gear Solid, some Guns of the Patriots, it's like trying to go through a microwave hallway. It's not a pleasant experience. But the fact that he could have replied back. He could have waited until later, but he took that time right there and then to come up here and be like, "Hey, let me explain myself." I and just kind of went through it, and that is the definition to me. I know I said the idea like the word friend is kind of overrated thanks to social media, but to me, a friend is somebody who is willing to make the effort. It's through their actions that they show that they are on your side. And that actions like that, he could have written, like, send me a text message back. He could have waited until he came back. God knows whenever that would be. Or he could have just, like, been like, okay, and just, like, left it at that. No, he actually made the effort to come all the way up to the top of this tower and say, "Hey, let me talk to you for a couple seconds, and let me try to explain, my train of thought." And it wasn't a bullshit train of thought. It was when he said it, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, shit, I should have thought about that," but I didn't. But he had the balls and the courage and the friendship. I wish I knew a better word, but he had all that to come up here and talk to me personally, and that's something that is very rare. A lot of people will kind of in other situations like that, would have kind of been like, well, screw that guy, forget this thing, is whatever, I don't even care. But like, I feel that that is a real show of, you know, brotherhood, I guess. You know, he cares enough to make that personal trip, just, and he didn't have to. He didn't have to, but he did, and that means a lot to me. And I think that kind of just set the tone for my day. To kind of like, okay, humanity is not completely lost. I do have people in my corner, and I knew that yesterday, but it kind of made me kind of go, okay, as much as you do need to kind of like restrict the idea of like, okay, who steps on you, and what you're able to accept as behavior with friends, you should also be able to compromise, feel compassion, and understand your friends as well. It's a two-way street. I learned that today, and you know, who knows what I'll learn tomorrow. But right now, it is so freaking hot. I'm ready to jump into a cold. I might even get some ice cubes and throw it into the tub, to be completely honest. But I'll see you guys later, all right? Peace.